Hello, and welcome back. It's about 9 o'clock Tuesday morning now. Another really good sales day, and the day's not even done. It's 9. My day technically ends pretty much when I'm done editing the video before post. So right around 11. So there's a couple more hours left for a few sales to come trickling in. Might just be the sale. Usually when I run the bigger sales is when more of them start popping off. And then after the sale, there was a lot of algorithm generation going on because there was a lot of sales that were coming from the store, and then that'll trickle for a while. I'm not going to get into all those bits of it's more like a linear extrapolating math. I'm not going to start getting into that. However, kind of stick with the basic colloquialism. The more you list, the more you get. Sales wise may not always translate to high dollar wise. However, if you're listing stuff that has a minimum threshold, any of your sales then will be no less than that minimum. I still have some stuff that's fairly lower priced, but as long as I have it and I bought it and it's listed, if it garners some degree of interest, may as well keep it listed. And that's why I do the big sales, because that's going to lead to an inventory calling of some stuff that's more stale. And I will check Terapeak for the titles and names, things like that, to see. So if I buy an item and I'm using a 3-year Terapeak, I don't always go as completely high as I can. I may even, so I'm going to figure on where I would want to put that at based on condition, based on scarcity, based on a few other things. However, if I've had the item for a year, say, and it's time for it to be called because in that year I've had it, it's never been taken down for a sell similar, and it only has 2 views. I got it for a reason. Maybe I got it for free. Maybe I got it for a quarter. Maybe it's one of those. Well, I'll buy it for 50 cents and see what happens. One has sold on Terapeak for $50, and I got it for 50 cents. See what happens. For whichever reason why I got it, I have it, and then I will go into Terapeak again, and I'll start off at the 3-year. Be like, does it sell in 3 years? Oh yeah, it's got 5 sales. Has it sold in a year? No. Is it likely to sell? And does it have enough value in it for me to keep for another 6 months? Would it be ideal for me to just drop it in price? These are things that I decide then, which would be a screen record video that I will do on the day when I'm doing all that work. That is pretty much a whole day's work to go over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of listings. So it's kind of started here, and I ended up with this. If you list a bunch of stuff, you can get some sales. And then I ended up all the way over here with a real broad statement. So again, it was a really good day. Best way to kind of explain all that is to show you what these are. Let's get started. The sealed sing-along DVD, princesses, whichever it is, $37. This Carrie Underwood CD that I got at Chardon a little more than 2 weeks ago, and I just at Chardon yesterday, and got this there for probably 50 cents. It's in a sourcing video. I did talk about it a little bit there. It is legitimate. $60. This Slavic American cookbook, 34. And in another recent sourcing video, not the most recent one, I think one just before that, when I did the what sold and sourced, there's another one of these that I got that's not in this condition. It's in better condition. So I'll probably go just under 50 bucks for that one. But this one, which I've had listed for maybe a month, 35, 34. This coin identifying book, 2022. Just got this one maybe a handful of weeks ago. Jimmy Smith CD, 12. Sylvia Latore, I want to say that's correct, CD, 28. So keep in mind that these items and these prices are roughly 10% less than of what they were at because of the current higher bracket sale that I'm running. So the sale started at 49%, top 200, 37 next top 200, 35 next top 200. Regularly, it's 39, 37, 35, all the way down to 11. Sometimes, but rarely 9%. Right? So they are roughly 10% more off. And if you've been paying attention to any of the what sold videos, I showed these before. And the one when I went about showing that I grabbed these without really reading, I just saw the picture on the tablet's like this big. And so I just saw that it's non-media. And I was like, oh, I know what that is. And it was actually a Cranium game set. So when I went to package, and on the PC, the picture is like this big. I'm like, well, that's not these. So I put the Cranium in the proper envelope box, whichever it was, sent it on its way. These did not sell, and they did not get shipped because they didn't need to be shipped. They need to be shipped now, but they're still about the same price, 24 bucks. So that is a key factor in double checking. I may get something wrong here. It's happened one time, maybe two. One time with the CD. And it even slipped by my eyes when I was packaging it. But the CD that the guy bought, the CD I had in my hand, like the graphics and the coloring, was different, but it was close enough to where it just didn't register. It was like a $12, $13 CD, so I wasn't out much. I mean, the cost of the shipping label, the cost of the CD, and the loss of the value of the CD that I sent him. So $8, $9. Even little mistakes can cost $5, $6, $10. But that is why when I go to package, I refer to the picture all the time. And then if I want to second guess more, I refer to the title. Usually the picture is good enough. All right. So different Cinderella DVD, 18. Here's an interesting one. DJ Screw, 3 in the morning. I think it's a volume of something, part 2. No disc, so this is just replacement artwork, essentially, and the case, if you will, but if somebody doesn't like the case, and they could just replace it. Just replacement. That's it. It has in the title, replacement artwork and case. No disc. I have like 3 asterisks right beside it. No disc in the title. No disc in the description box. No disc. They get this and we're like, oh, there's no CD. They get this. And I've done it before. Someone's like, "Oh, I didn't get to see." Well, the listing said it did not. It's replacement artwork. Oh, I thought it was replacement artwork. That you replaced the artwork and you sold it without the CD, or however he said that. I don't remember. It's like, no, eat a crow, dude. $53 just for this. The CD complete. Well, yeah, I think the CD itself, just the disc, is like 60, $80. A complete one, I don't remember. But when I scanned this, it came up really, really high priced, and I was like, well, it doesn't have the disc, but I bet you I can sell that. And I have sold replacement artwork before. This Mother Earth, Ed Eagle Man signed book, 22. This little slider flashlight. I think it was Energizer made it. No, Phillips. $12. Oh, I've had this for years. Best of Bill Withers CD, 15. The Ritual of Secular Fraternal Orders book. This is a much newer version. I think it's 2024. 2024. $43. Just got this one. Just listed it maybe within the week. Jailbait and whatever this is, multi-movie DVD, but $12. Chesney Hawks. Is that Hawks? Yeah. CD, 19. Ride Cooter, CD, 19. Just got this one. Milk and Honey soundtrack or music score, original cast recording, 13. And Engineering an Empire DVD set. I'm not going to look back for the last one. I want to say it's 28 or 29. $14, go through 18 sales. 482 in sales, 466 product costs received in roughly 22 hours. God, I gotta keep that up. That'd be great. We can get out of this place a lot sooner than expected. Not expected, anticipated. I mean, we're expecting to move, just don't when. But moving and then prepping for all the new arrangement that you're going to be putting yourself into when you move. It's just not putting all your stuff in a U-Haul and then unloading it, and that's all your cost. So most people have moved. If you stop and think about it, I mean, not only the moving vehicle, whichever you may pick, you have that fuel, that time, and then all the other added bits and pieces of time that are involved, and then the little things that you're going to need to buy and pick up, because now your entire arrangement that you have has completely changed, and it's either you're going to want stuff to fill the void wherever you're at, or whatever it may be. So it's an additional kind of unsung cost of moving. Like, oh, I'm going to move. I might as well just get new furniture too, because I mean, you can get a living room set, 2 couches and a table for, I mean, even secondhand, you can get that for a couple $100. And good thing about being a thrifter is I know which stores tend to have a lot more furniture and for relatively cheap. Like up here where I'm at, the miscellaneous barn. He has an entire, I don't know how much, 10,000 square feet, but I hear a train coming. I'm not going to bother you guys with that. So, like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned, tell me, comment. He says subscribe, share. Appreciate it. Thank you.